Sticky, bitch.
All right.
Welcome back to MVP, y'all.
Thank you for coming back for another week. We got another week.
It's Chelsea, a.k.a. the stick-up kid, ain't never gonna not be.
And it's Shiloh, a.k.a. Lover Girl.
Oh,
ain't
hey.
never gonna not be.
Okay, back to Love a Girl. We like it. We love that for you. It's time for Queer Cheers. We want to give a shout out to Les Trois. It's an online pop-up apothecary created by spouses, Liz and Lauren. Les Trois is a spiritual wellness company, and they honor ancient rituals with incense and intentions. And we love intentions.
Baby, and we love incense.
Okay, you know me. Incense and candle wicks,
definitely
baby.
Incense all the way. I had to kind of ease into incense. I didn't always like incense smells.
Yeah, but then when you find your one that really grounds you and calms you, I mean, addicting. And they believe it's vital for everyone to have access to healing, regardless of their background, socioeconomic level, or education. Y'all can hit them up, and y'all can find them at letroisapothecary.com and on IG, Les Trois Apothecary. And they have incense like Purge and Prosper, which, listen, those are that. 2 words together that I live for. Purge and Prosper, baby.
I saw Bliss and Balance. I said, I like these titles.
I love that. And they have ritual cleanser sprays, which I have a spray at my home, which I love to use just before you kind of get the mood set and before you start burning your sage. So shout out to them. But hit them up. Check them out. We love what they stand for. We love what they do. And
queer cheers.
And queer cheers to them. We love that.
Vibe check.
Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
All right. Another week, y'all. We are deep now into May, and it is officially Gemini season. Are you ready?
Baby, let me tell you how Gemini season is Gemining.
Okay.
I was on my way, and I put it on IG today, but I was on my way to, I had my run, and then I did a run this morning. It's getting hot in the valley, first of all. If the folks that live in LA that know that the valley get hot, I like the valley because of that. But
see, that's one of them reasons why I didn't want to move there.
But running in the heat is different. Mm-hmm. I like the heat, but running in the heat is very different, okay? So I tried to get up early. I got out there by 9 o'clock. Okay. I was proud of myself. Because that ain't my typical.
It's not.
I got out there by 9 o'clock, but 9 o'clock was not early enough. Because the way the sun hit me, baby, it was, when I rode up in there, it was 72. And I said, oh, no, not if we starting at 72. By the time I left, it was 80 degrees. So I was like, oh, my God.
For y'all who don't live in California, one thing about the valley that y'all need to know is the way the heat sits in those crevices in the valley. It sits.
Baby, it's desert. It's dry heat out here. So it's like an oven.
Yeah.
It's like oven heat.
Yeah,
it's not
man.
like Florida heat. It's not humid. It feels like a nice warm hug.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that, but I like that. I like the humidity in the air. I like the moisture.
And so it don't feel like a tea hug. That's not what it feel like.
But I'm telling you, so I went straight from my run, straight to the house, jumped in the shower because I had to be somewhere and I was already running late. And I was like, but my foot hurts. And I was like, I need to ice it.
Oh, man.
So thank God I remembered I had my little foot brace. It's like an ice foot brace that I had in the freezer.
You put the brace in the freezer?
It's a therapeutic, like it's ice, like an ice pack.
Yeah.
But it's built to go around your foot.
Wow.
So like I put it around my sock.
You got gadgets and
I got gadgets and
go inspect your gadget.
Yeah, used to it. I was thinking of Little Mermaid. I got gadgets and gizmos galore. What's that? What's in the box? I've got plenty. But no, I do have a lot of running gadgets that I never thought I would own. Like I have this belt that you wear so you can put your shit in it. So when you run, you can run hands free.
Yeah.
I have that. I have a Camelback now for my long runs. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We talk about toolkits a lot and emotional toolkits, but you got a different
I got a running toolkit,
yeah,
baby.
We love it.
But I drove to my next thing with the ice pack on my foot. Luckily, it's my left foot that brings me trouble.
That sounds dangerous.
Yeah, not on my right foot where I gotta actually press pedals. But But I was just laughing at myself because I said, this is very Gemini. We try to do all the things all at once. We're known for being jacks of all trades. We're known for multitasking and doing the most all at once.
But you showed up. You showed up.
I showed up, and my foot felt much better as I iced it in my 35-minute car ride. It was
Wow.
perfect.
Good. Good for you. She's Gemini, y'all.
I'm Gemini,
She is out the
baby.
oven. I mean, she
am-
lives in the oven, but she is out the oven. She
Baby,
is cooked,
it
and she
is-
is ready to go.
The season is here. 'Tis the season. You're going to want to do all the things. You're going to be very curious.
Right?
Be flexible.
Oh, my gosh. So speaking of your season,
Yeah.
with that being said, the marathon is around the corner, and so is your birthday. 'Cause
Baby.
it's the same weekend. So have we decided on the birthday shenanigans? What we doing?
The birthday shenanigans is going to be at Everyday People.
Okay.
That's what I've officially decided.
Okay.
We're going to
I
get a
love that.
table.
I love
We're going
that.
to be at Everyday People.
I love that. I
It's
love
always
that.
a good time. It lands on my actual birthday.
Love a day party.
Yeah, and it's like, maybe I'll go to the spa in the morning because I have ran the half marathon the night prior.
Yeah.
Because it's a night run.
Yeah.
I'll have seen Dochi.
Yep.
And
You would
then...
have ran into her arms by then.
Okay, all right. And then maybe in the morning or something, hit the spa up,
Yeah.
relax until Everyday People.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Everyday People actually took place the other weekend, but we're going to act like it didn't take place
Yeah.
because we didn't go, and I have FOMO. So
That part.
This is actually the first Everyday
first
People
one.
of the
Because
season.
who starts in May?
Yeah,
It doesn't
come on
really
now.
start in May.
Come
It
on,
starts
y'all.
in June.
Come on, y'all.
That's why Kendrick kicked off his concert the day of Gemini season. You think that was
Yes.
coincidence?
Yes, Kendrick's
No,
concert
he came to LA.
is officially in LA starting yesterday.
Yeah, starting Gemini season. He
We
said,
love
I'm going to
that.
start LA on Gemini season.
Yeah, he's smart. He planned that very, very
You
well.
know?
We are excited to have him here in LA. So Kendrick is here, y'all.
Yeah.
And shout out to him. Congratulations. He got 10 noms for the American Music Awards. He got 10 nominations for his album.
Deserved.
Totally deserved.
Still out here.
So,
Wop,
so.
wop, wop, wop.
Okay, I did my little dance. Y'all can't
Yeah.
see it. Jennifer Lopez is hosting it. I'm not tuning in for that, but I am tuning in because Janet Jackson is going to get her Icon Award. So we'll check
She
that out.
just now getting an Icon Award for American Music Awards?
Listen,
That's
man,
nuts.
listen. You know how they be
That's
doing.
nuts.
You know how they be doing.
I'll tell you what, if Taylor Swift has an Icon Award and Janet Jackson doesn't,
Yeah, I got to do a little bit more research on
Yeah.
that. Just an update, y'all. I have not yet found the stud in my building, but she is on the lookout. I might need to purchase a pair of binoculars. We're gonna see, but we looking.
But wait, she pulled up in your garage, right?
mhm.
So that means she has access to the building.
Yeah, and
or
she parks in a tandem parking spot, which also means that she shares a parking space. Shares an
maybe, or
apartment with
maybe she
someone
was a
who
guest.
has a car.
Maybe she was a guest.
I don't. The way she walked
You
in looked like
know,
she had
if
keys.
it's-
She was by herself. So we
Oh.
are still looking. I will let y'all know what happens with that. But if nothing else, we're just trying to make friends in the building and be a good neighbor. Speaking of my building, though, my landlord is checking in on me every couple of days, asking me how do I like my apartment? Is everything okay? How am I doing? And at
Uh-huh.
first, it was cute.
Okay.
I was like, okay, you
I
know.
told you it wasn't cute from jump.
At first, the first couple
Nosy.
of days, because I'm like, maybe she's checking to make sure everything's working, nothing's
Yeah.
wrong. First couple of days, it was cute. But y'all, I've been in this apartment now about 3 weeks. And yesterday, she was like, just checking in, just making sure you're good. And I'm like, we're not going to keep doing this, Carmen. So I'm thinking of a nice
Carmen.
way to block her.
Wait, she texted your phone?
Yeah. She
She's
has my phone number. How is she going?
Oh, I thought she was coming to your door, like knocking on your
she's
door.
texting my phone, which is still the same
Still,
thing.
okay, but at least that's not as intrusive.
But let me reach out to you.
Yeah, let me reach out to you
Let me
when I
reach
need
out to
something.
you. Let
but that is
me-
kind of sweet that the landlord is just like, hey, just checking it. How often does she do that?
I would say since I've moved in, she's probably sent me one of those wellness checks maybe 4 times. Yesterday was probably the 4th time.
In 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little much. I would say if you told me 3 in 3 weeks, I was like, okay, once a week, that sounds.
4 times. 4 times.
But it should end. It should end.
Well, let's see, guys. If we enter June and the
She's-
check-ins are still happening, we will all need to collectively figure out a very nice thing to tell Carmen because she is somebody's grandmother.
She is somebody's
So-
grandmother.
and she's-
so we're gonna treat her
She's kind
accordingly.
Yes.
And she's kind.
and I may
she's-
need maintenance at some point. So we do want her
so
to be
don't
urgent.
burn no bridges.
Yes.
Don't do
yes,
it.
but
Don't be harsh.
Carmen.
Don't be harsh.
Boundaries, baby. Boundaries, okay? But that's what's going on with that. What else is going on? What else has been going on this week?
What? Work, man. Work has been working us.
Yeah, man. I know. I'm exhausted. I've hit a wall. I started looking up vacations where I'm gonna go this summer. I think it might be Jamaica. It might be the spot.
Really?
I haven't been to Jamaica in a minute. And that used to be my spot. So I think it's looking like that because I feel like I want to escape.
Same.
I want
to be
escape.
on somebody's island.
Yes.
And I thought about a staycation for my birthday.
Yeah.
But like the thing about the Pacific Ocean, it's not the warm blue water. And that's
It's
what I need.
giving cool breezes. It's giving cool breezes.
Yeah,
it's giving colds.
It's giving cold. That's the biggest thing. It gives cold and it doesn't give see-through. It doesn't give.
Can't see your feet, baby.
No.
Can't see your feet.
No.
Sure can't.
No. So it's giving like I need see-through water, beach, sun, an island.
There's still time. Because I have my birthday in August, so you might also get that island
That's
vacation.
True.
Vacation,
That's true.
So we might do that.
Oh man!
Speaking of,
yo Knicks,
y'all, let me tell y'all something.
The fucking
all my life, I've had to fight. All my life, y'all, I've been waiting
they in the Eastern
for
Conference.
a Knicks comeback. All my life, and
Not
the
all
Knicks
my life.
is back. I'm damn near all my life, Shiloh. That's
but didn't they just get beat by the
long.
Pacers on the home court?
Can I
Game
take
one?
a moment to celebrate? Hating ass. All my life, y'all. Okay, all my life, our team done been mediocre at best.
Oh, baby, yeah.
And this year, I am so mad I am not in New York during this time because the turn up, it was so real in New York.
Yo.
The vibes was so real. I was seeing all the videos. My friends was texting. Everybody was lit. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Congratulations, baby. We did it. We made it.
I hope y'all.
We made it.
I hope y'all make it.
All we needed was one time to show ourselves that we could do it. Because I think for a minute, we stopped
in the
believing
Eastern
in our
Conference finals. Like, we're not in the finals yet.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Turn her mic off. Turn her mic off. What I'm saying is,
Y'all made it
we
somewhere.
made it. Okay.
Y'all made it somewhere.
And I'm proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out New York. Shout out. Shit. Because I've been repping LA so hard since I moved
You
here.
have been repping LA very hard.
So now I get to.
Oh, okay.
I need to, go back. I get to.
Okay.
I get to wear my hat again.
I hope because they lost that game on home court, so I hope they're able to still win in Indiana.
It's okay. You know, one L don't make no. It ain't gonna stop us.
I'm really over here sipping on this watermelon drink to save my life, y'all. I haven't eaten today, and you can't run and not eat.
No.
And I don't know how that happened, but
No.
here I am. TMI. Anyway, so what's up with this statue in Times Square?
Speaking of New York.
Yeah.
So there's a statue that went up in Times Square by Thomas J. Price of a tall Black woman with braids, white tee. I'm gonna assume it's a white tee. She's bronze, but we're gonna assume it's a white tee and some denim jeans, looking just as powerful as she wanna be. And it can't just be. It can't just be a statue. First of all, it's crazy anyway because it's in the middle of Times Square and it's large as hell. It's large as life.
And it was part of a big, all these statues that were in an exhibit at one point. But
Absolutely.
they decided to put it in Times Square.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we love that. And
Yeah.
so the idea behind it was to, especially for the state of New York, who wanted it there, was to show identity that was underrepresented. And for women that look like this bronze statue, I'm sure for them it was, thank you, I'm seen in this big way. But as you know, haters gonna hate. And so there's been,
especially on Black big women.
of course. So there's just been a lot of online criticism as to why is the statue there? And I thought we were done with woke shit and yada, 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 yada. And so here we are in this, world that we live in where we can't have nothing. We can't have nothing without some comments. But
They really don't want to see. I saw something my friend said. Amber Abundance, who always says something genius. She was just like, I feel like y'all be so mad at these Black women statues because you can't control them. You can't tell them what to do. And that shit, I said, that is the word.
Yeah.
That's the word. Because they also, in England, there was a Black woman statue that they painted white. And it's like, y'all really just be so mad.
It's the obsession for me. It's why you so obsessed with? Why you so obsessed?
With all the things you have in the world, you be
so obsessed.
Hyper focused on that one thing that we have. And you be so mad.
So mad.
Ooh, child. So, it's y'all really have a problem.
Yeah.
Toni Morrison done already told y'all. Y'all have the problem. Y'all need to figure out what to do about it.
Yeah.
Because if the only time you can feel tall is when someone else is on their knees, you have a very big problem. Yeah. And you need to figure out what you are going to do about it. When Toni said that to that interviewer, baby, I said, that's exactly it for me.
Yeah.
It's y'all problem. Y'all clearly have an illness.
Why do you care that much? And we done had statues that look like y'all people for our entire lives.
Oh my God. And the way we go about our life and keep it moving, baby.
And don't write dissertations about it.
We don't give a fuck, actually, and your statue's ugly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shorty bad. Who did her braids?
Okay, period.
So that's happening with that. And then I got excited because as all of this amazingness is happening with Ryan Coogler and Sinners and all the love and these, record-breaking box office smashes that, these records he's breaking. He's got this new movie coming out, Ironheart.
It's a series.
So excited.
It's a series.
It's a series. It's not a movie.
Yeah.
Perfect. So excited.
Yeah. It's a Disney Plus series.
And it is about the spinoff from Iron Man. Mm-hmm. And with Riri Collins, I think is the name of the person. And she's bisexual.
I didn't know that.
A queer storyline behind it.
Well, you know the showrunner.
Queer cheers for that.
The showrunner, Shanaka Hodge, is somebody that is a good friend of mine. So I'm very excited for her.
So excited to see this. And so I'm a sci-fi action fan. And I'm just a huge fan of anything Marvel. But I get so excited. I'm reading. I'm like, when it's dropping, June 24th. Y'all better go support.
Definitely.
And the comment section is crazy.
Baby, one thing in the sci-fi and the... they hate them. They hate women. They hate, if I ain't learned nothing else from gaming, it is a very male chauvinist world. They hate women. They hate black people.
In a fantasy world, y'all don't even want black people to exist.
No,
there.
That's why we don't ever exist in that fantasy. I know.
Y'all, come on.
In that fantasy world, we don't ever exist. Why you think Octavia Butler was such a big deal? Because she was the first person to make us exist in the future. They don't want to see us in the future.
Oh my gosh.
These like superhero movies, whenever you get a black person or a woman in these roles, especially don't let it be a black woman. Now you telling me she queer on top of that. Like, Jesus, I'm not surprised. Like, they really go hard on the hate.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see how well this does, because I have a feeling it's going to do really well. I'm going to go support it. I'm going to be the first one supporting it. So very, very excited to see another project by him.
Activate my Disney Plus again.
Yeah, let me go pull my Iron Man. Let me go pull my Iron Fist out the closet. I am so excited.
Not your Iron Fist out the closet.
Iron Man.
You have an Iron Man fist in your closet?
I'm joking. I don't.
Oh,
really have one.
I thought you.
But I might go find one. Because
you know they sell those, and I was like, Chelsea, this was something I didn't know about you.
I'm gonna need an Ironheart.
I didn't know you was this into it.
No, y'all, no. But very excited for that. So June 24th, y'all. Stay tuned.
Shout out to Shanaka. Go off. She created it.
Yeah, she did.
Wrote it. Yeah, she did. So go off.
So with all of the comments and everything happening online with conversations just surrounding how, black people just can't be black anymore, it got me really thinking about how do we kind of deal with walking in this world where you try to stay soft in a world that tries so hard to keep you hard. Mm-hmm. And we talk about therapy and go get you some, but sometimes therapy just isn't enough.
Especially when society continues to kind of chip away at your mental health a little bit in a way that they very much tell you we don't want you. Like, no matter how good you do, no matter all the contributions that we've given to this society and this world, they still try to exhaust us. They still try, like you said, to harden us. How do we stay soft?
Want to talk about it? Topic of the week.
We are not professionals, but in fact, regular OG lesbians with life experience who are trying our best to grow and put emotional maturity, vulnerability, and consideration of others at the forefront of our actions. Listen to us at your own risk, because who gave these hoes mics?
I feel like, to your point, the question is, how do you stay soft when the world keeps handing you reasons to stay hard? Because even with therapy, and sometimes even with really great therapists, it's still exhausting. We still live in a world where the systems aren't going away. The systemic racism isn't going away. And if you can even afford therapy, because that's the first obstacle, you got to then find a therapist that can deal with some of the issues that you're even facing. So whether it be the systemic oppression, whether it be the racism, whether it be the queer phobia, whether it be the fat phobia, then you got to find a therapist that's trained to be able to even help you handle that. And that's still not going to get you through, truly.
Right, because you still have to go out in the world and have these rocks pelted at you day in and day
Consistently.
out. Yeah, and so it's, it's this constant struggle of like, I know I'm dope. We know we're dope as a culture. And so we continue to go. And that's always been us, right? But it becomes taxing on us because we're the people that have to deal with it day in, day out. Meanwhile, it goes over a lot of the folks' heads that don't have to deal with these types of things on top of all the other life things. And that's why I asked that question last time. I always ask white people, like, okay, yeah, you might have to deal, because they're like, well, I have to deal with that too. Well, I'm poor too. And it's like, okay, cool. What don't you have to deal with that I have to deal with? Because I don't think you have to deal with racism. Tell me something that you deal with that I don't already deal with.
Right.
Give it to me.
Right.
You can't.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up.
It's not nothing.
So it's like, what are the ways besides, like you said, if you even have access to therapy, if you still have to go out in the world and face these things. Like the person, you create this dope ass series and then you have to see all this hatred that people are just going to spew at it just because.
Only simply.
Because it's a black person leading it, a black woman at that. So I just did this very humongous thing, and I have to get hate, not on the story, not on none of that.
The writing or the directing or the camera angles.
No. Simply on
skin first.
Yeah. That's nuts to me. That's it's such an illness. Like our society, they're so sick.
It really is. And I wonder what us remaining hyper vigilant about that, what it really actually does to us, what it's doing to us. Because it's not an option to not read the comments. It's not an option to ignore it. Those are not options.
I mean, I truly would stop reading the comments, but you can't, it's there. It's there. But I do think it is, as always, we persevere. We continue to go. We continue to do the thing. Eyes on the prize. Like, that's why that was said. Like, we know what the focus is. So all that noise on the peripheral, we have to drown it out. We can hear it and be like, that's fucked up, and have our moments to get angry and to be like, y'all are so fucked up. Like, this is so fucked up. And then we keep marching. We keep doing it. We keep going. Yeah. And that's the people that we're from. You know what I'm saying? And they march through even more maddening things. Yeah. So I think in this world, what we're talking about is softness, right? So it's like when we're marching towards that, and this is when we're marching towards that thing, it's like when we see the flower on the side of the road, you know what I'm saying? We notice it and we find the beauty in that. That conversation that we have with that person that's marching next to us, where we really connect and we vibe. That's the, you know, it's like these little
small things.
It's these little things.
It is. You gotta find your joy in life's. We talked about finding your joy in life's mundane, but it's also finding your joy in life's chaos.
Yeah.
In the shit that exhausts you, in the world that exhausts you.
Right.
Because so many things, and I'm not saying it's wrong, and definitely ain't gonna have an answer on how to fix this by the end of this, but, you know, so many suggestions are always, we gotta get out there and vote, y'all. We gotta get out there and organize. We gotta go get out there and stay in community, and we gotta get out there and, you know, do X, Y, and Z. And it's like, damn, that's just more labor from the people who are most exhausted. So you asking me, I gotta work more even from the people who are most exhausted from the fucking shit that's fucking us up.
I be at work sometimes.
I'm tired.
I'm tired, baby. Like, and then I hear my colleagues say certain things, and it's like, baby, your daddy bought you a house. Your husband, the only reason you're working here is to get the health insurance. Like, it's like, but they will tell me the things that how exhausted they are and it's just like, oh my God, like, we are not the same because the things that I have to deal with on my own.
Yeah.
That y'all just could never. Y'all could never. And I still come here and I still do the exact same thing that you do with all the privileges you've been given. And it always is like, damn, dog. Like, yes, we work triple time because we have to juggle and do all these mental gymnastics in our mind constantly.
It is the mental.
It is the mental part of it. And I think Isabel Wilkerson talks about it in her book Cast. She talks about just the simple act of she lined up for first class and the white man steps in front of her because he doesn't believe that she belongs in first class and is assuming that she shouldn't be lining up right now. Just the mental gymnastics that we have to do around that.
And that's a very, I think, that's an even more obvious aggression.
Sure.
Then it's like all of the microaggressions that take place throughout a day, a week, and a month.
Yeah. It's like 1,000 cuts, right?
The feeling invisible a lot.
Especially as Black queer women, it's a big reason why my rom-com is so important, because it's like, we deserve to be seen. We deserve, because they do try to make us invisible. Black women are getting a voice now, right? But add Black queer into that, Black queer women, where we at?
Yeah.
Where we at?
Yeah.
Because we are not for the male gaze. We are not for, you know what I'm saying? There is this like to the back of the room.
Yeah.
To the back of the room. And so even juggling that sometimes within the community of how hetero things can be, and there's no space to even mention a love story. Because I'm hearing all this about Forever, right? That's on Netflix, and how wholesome it is and how it's feel good. Mind you, there's sexual assault in that. So it's not all the way. It's kind of blowing me that people are just like sidestepping that part of it, and that it is some trauma in there. But like, but it's like, yeah, we deserve love stories that are wholesome. Black queer people deserve love stories that are wholesome too.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody goes as hard for that. So it's also like that on top of the microaggressions of like, that is a microaggression when we are invisible. Our love stories are invisible.
Yeah. And like you said, we just keep marching forward and we keep continuing on.
Yeah.
But how it affects us, the bigger, long term is you have to rest.
You have to take space.
You have to stop.
Yeah.
And I think to be able to even recognize that probably is the solution. Voting and all that other stuff is, and community organizing is also. But to realize that even is probably the number one solution is to separate yourself from probably what you've been taught at a young age, which is you have to earn rest.
You have to be productive.
Yeah.
Your worth is built into your productivity.
And if you work hard in this country, then you will get rest. If you work hard and you have this and you do this and you
then you get to go on vacation.
Yeah. That's
if you work really, really, really hard, but then you go on vacation and you still work. It's like, what? No. Y'all not getting me caught up in this okie doke. So no, I'm going to sleep in, and I'm going to sleep in without guilt because my body is telling me.
And separate yourself from the idea that being unproductive is lazy, because it's not.
It's not. It's not. Rest is resistance.
Absolutely. It is a whole act.
And that means for your body, for your mind, for your heart, rest and peace within yourself, I think are things that are a necessity. I know with running, the clarity of that has been helpful in allowing my brain to rest. I'm an overthinker. So I can get caught up in like just the wheels turning
constantly.
And I think when you get in tune with your body, when you get into your body, it naturally takes you out of your head. And that connection has been really deep for me. And that is low-key a form of rest. I know running and resting sound ludicrous or like an oxymoron, but it's like truly it allows my mind to rest.
And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about all the other hundreds of things that are going on. And maybe you're just in that moment for those moments.
Yeah.
And that's a hard place to get to. Even in meditation, it's hard for people to learn how to meditate. I remember sitting still and letting your mind be still. There wasn't a time that I could sit still and not fall asleep. Every yoga class, the teacher would be like, ma'am.
Because you were so fucking tired.
Deadass, yeah, because sitting still and resting, or sitting still and not with the intention of I'm going to sleep because I'm going to bed, was something that was, my body was like, this is profound. What are we doing? Oh, it's time to go sleep. And it's hard for people to learn to meditate because to quiet your mind is a skill. It's a practice.
Yeah.
And you need to turn it off. We get used to saying all the time, I'm tired. Or we applaud, I'm booked and busy, calendars filled, and all these things.
That because it's toxic.
It's toxic. And burning out is a red flag. It's a hella red flag. And I'm trying to be conscious of even when I say it, because that's the sign that I need to sit my ass down somewhere and I need to chill, or I need to figure out what in my life do I need to purge and release in order to be able to rest, because I can't. I mean, this is not sustainable.
No. And some things are just not within your control.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think it'll be there tomorrow. Like, file that folder away. For now, it'll be there tomorrow. Like, it's okay to relax. If that's what your body and your mind is telling you, it's okay. It's okay. And you are a person who just did that today. So shout out to you.
Thank you.
You took a day off.
I got to remind myself
that you needed it.
I tell my team a lot, and I mean, I say this a lot. I've said it over the course of the year. You have to take your time, and you have to be sick when you're sick, and you have to stay home, and you have to take your time and rest. Because not to be mean, I've said this probably a million times to people, this place is going to open up tomorrow with or without you. Them doors going to open. That's just a reminder, even for myself. If I drop...
Dead. It's still going to go.
Ching ching. Somebody still make it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you got to.
That's real. Because let me tell you, I'm not a person, me and my colleague were talking about this, who are on the same wavelength in regards to this. Because there are two different type of people. There are people that have 300 plus hours in their sick and vacation banks. And there are the people that are like, I think I might have like 6 in there. I'm the person that has like maybe 6 in there. Because you know what I'm not going to do is hoard up a bunch of time for what?
Right.
Because if I died tomorrow and never took a vacation day, what?
Saving it for a rainy day.
No, baby. I'm going to figure it out as I go.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out as I go. So I'll be like, okay, so I'll have about 25 hours in about 2 months. Okay, cool. I'm going to take these days. Baby, I'm not racking my hours up because life is too short. Life is
Do you remember COVID and how a lot of us who had never worked from home before, and businesses who had never allowed employees to work from home before and realized we getting shit done from home. Some of us even more productive.
Right.
They couldn't wait to get us back in the building. They was like, oh, no. Y'all got to come on back up in here. But for most of us, like a lot of us changed positions. We changed jobs. A lot of people pivoted whether or not they wanted to.
Right.
But a lot of us put a different kind of value on, oh shit, that's what balance looks like.
That's what work-life balance
like to be
feels
around
like.
my family. And that's what it feels like to have more time at home. And we're a couple of years out from COVID, and we're forgetting that. Like, that's important because businesses couldn't wait to get us back in the building.
Don't get me wrong. You and I both know how to grind. Okay, we know how to persevere. We know how to march on in the face of all the bullshit, all the people, all the things that try to harden us, right? We have learned how to persevere, but actually remaining soft and finding space for that is something that a lot of us have had to learn. And I am a huge advocate for it now. And I try to make sure that I'm doing it myself, and that I'm calling my friends out when they're not doing it.
Yeah, like, baby, you definitely do.
You're tired. Figure it out. Take a day off. Okay? Because like you said, it's going to keep going with or without you. So know that. Know where you stand with them.
Yeah.
And prioritize yourself.
Yeah. Take rest, y'all. Take the break, take the vacation, take the time, meditate, sit in your car, get out, take a walk. But take the time.
Take the time. And as our Queen Mother.
Queen Mother.
Okay, Miss Audre Lorde.
Okay.
Baby, she said, caring for myself is not self-indulgence. It is self-preservation. And that is an act of political warfare.
Rest is the resistance.
All right, y'all. It is time for questions. All right. What we got in our DM? Okay, this one was good. What would you name the chapter of your life that you are in right now? Ooh. I like that.
That's a good one. Look at y'all coming with the deep.
Okay, what would I call this chapter?
What would you call this chapter? I think for me, I don't know what the name of this book is called. This book title has changed a couple of times. It's probably been what the fuck the book title's been called sometimes. Sometimes it's been called
What the
I'm
fuck?
Living My Best Life. Then it's been called some other shit. Depends on what year we talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what the name of the actual book is, but this chapter. This chapter, what would you call this chapter?
I think I would call this chapter for me redefining.
Redefining.
Yeah, I think I have embraced the idea of becoming someone different than I thought that I would be when I had planned out my life all those years ago and gave time frames and time stamps and timelines. And I think I've shed that. And so I think the idea that it could be this whole other thing, I think I've embraced. And I think that started with the idea of me deciding that I needed to plant my roots. I needed to become my plants, grow some roots, and sit my ass still somewhere.
So is it grow roots?
It would be, because
you said redefining.
Right. So maybe the chapter title would be called Roots.
Roots? Okay.
Period.
take up roots. I think my title of this chapter right now would be something like you fly on the other side of discomfort. I keep saying this is my season of being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning so much on the other side of being uncomfortable, of discomfort.
Uncomfy?
No, not uncomfy. Who says
Okay.
uncomfy? I just,
Whatever.
I think something like you're going to be surprised who you see on the other side of that. Something
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
We like that.
On the other side of discomfort.
Chapter 41.
Chapter 41, baby.
We like it. We like that.
Coming into chapter 41.
We love that. Okay. Good question. All right, y'all. Stay in touch with us. Hit us up on IG. Let us know how you guys are staying soft when this world is trying to keep you so hard. We would love to hear it. What are y'all doing during your downtime? Find us on IG at MVP Podcast. Hit us up on email, mvppodcast@gmail.com, and say hello.
All right, y'all. It is time for Fuck, Marry, Friend Zone. And you know, baby, we got a Gemini edition.
Gemini edition.
Whoop, whoop. Come on.
Ooh.
All right. So we have Miss Lauren Hill.
Oh, she a Gemini. Geminis.
Baby, you know she a Gemini. Remy Ma
Okay.
and Normani.
Okay.
Okay.
Off top, me and Remy Ma are gonna be friends.
Okay.
Be friends with Remy Ma.
Okay.
We gonna root for the Knicks together.
Yeah.
We're gonna root for the Knicks together. We're gonna go through the games. Go to the games.
Okay.
I am going to. Damn.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. That's where it starts getting tricky.
Yeah.
Start getting real tricky.
Tricky.
I don't know enough about Normani, but I feel like I do know enough about Lauren to be like, But I love Lauren, but she's crazy.
Don't do our queen like that.
I know. I love Lauren. I'm going to marry Lauren.
You said all of that and said
Because I like a little crazy. I'm going to marry Lauren, and I'm going to fuck Normani.
Okay. All right.
That's final answer.
Okay. I think I'm going to... All right. I am going to friend zone Lauren.
Okay.
I think we're gonna be good friends.
Okay.
I think I might have had a different answer back in the day, like in the miseducation days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have had a different answer.
Yeah. I completely understand without you having to say any more. That's why.
Remy Ma. I'm gonna fuck Remy Ma.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to marry Normani. But she's kind of young. Let me see. She's 28. Okay. I don't usually date below 35, but you know.
But this is also,
This is
fictional.
This is fictional, and we're forced to pick names.
We're forced. This is what the cards that we have been dealt.
These are the cards that we've been dealt.
The Gemini cards that we have been dealt.
Yes. So that's what I'm doing.
And we don't know what kind of Gemini she is. All right. We respect your choices. There you have it.
All right, y'all. Keep your hearts soft.
Peace.
Your vibes high and stay in blue.